And we're happy to have News 8 meteorologist Michelle Podell joining us here for her new segment here on The Morning Show. Welcome to The Morning Show.
Thank you. Well, you know, social media is so big right now. We started this on Friday, and we've had so many people ask such great questions. People are so curious about weather, curious about science. So we had some people ask some questions, and I've got a great one here this morning. We actually had a lot of people ask this, but this came in from Sherry via our Facebook page, and this popular weather folklore. She wants to know, is there any truth to red sky at night, sailor's delight, red sky morning, sailors take warning? Well, there is some truth to it, but there's a couple things that you need to remember first. One thing is that storms generally move from west to east, at least in our region. And also another thing that you need to remember is that upper level clouds, like cirrus clouds, like those high, thin clouds that you see, they often move in ahead of a storm system. And a lot of times they do make the sky look red. Also, one other thing to remember, of course, that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, always. That's what's, you know, that's never going to change. Now, you hope at least, right? Now, another thing, okay, so we can start here, red sky at night, sailor's delight. Now, this implies that, of course, the sun setting in the west is shining on clouds to the east, and that conditions are clear to the west because, of course, the sun is being seen set or setting, you know. And then clouds to the east obviously indicate an exiting storm system. Now, the sky will not be as red at night if a storm system is approaching because the sun is setting behind those clouds. So the red sky at night indicates basically that the storm is ending. Now, if we go to red sky morning, sailors take warning. Actually, out there this morning, we could see a bit of a red sky because we do have a system approaching. And that, of course, implies that the sun is rising in the east, shining on the clouds to the west. So the skies are clear off to the east because you can see the sun rising. Now, clouds moving in from the west, especially those upper level cirrus clouds, of course, indicating that approaching storm system. Now, of course, there are a few problems with this folklore. Now, skies can be reddish near the sun at dusk or dawn, even with or without clouds, with just particles in the air. Also, storms don't always move exactly west to east. Sometimes they move in from the northwest, you know, things like that. Sometimes they even move backwards, not very often. Also, we can have cirrus clouds without an approaching storm system, and rarely do clouds from an approaching or exiting storm system only cover half the sky. You know, you rarely see that. So, of course, this folklore is only if you have, you know, ideal conditions. So, in summary, if you're looking off in the sky and you want to, you know, see, okay, does this work? If you can see the sunrise, but the western part of the sky looks dark, look out for an approaching storm. Now, if you can see the sunset, weather conditions will be nice. That's basically what to take, you know, what you can take out of it. Obviously, this folklore was made before we had all of the, you know, meteorology data that we have now and all the knowledge that we have now.
All the satellites and everything that we could see.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to thank Sherry again for sending in that question. If you have a question, you can do it a couple ways. You can tweet it to me at News8Michelle, or of course you can just post on our Facebook page, either at News 8 This Morning or the Storm Team 8 weather page. Now you can send in a question about anything. It can be weather, it can be science, it can be anything about the station. Maybe you wonder how something works here at the station. Maybe you have a question about somebody that works here. How long have you been here? 6 or 7 years?
7 years, yeah.
7 years. Do you know what's in your desk? Maybe you want to know what the famous Mark McPherson has in his desk.
I don't even think I want to know what's in the back of the drawers of the desk here.
Yeah.
I want to know, how is it that Bill's been working here so long?
No, that's a great question as well. So any of those questions that you may have, send them to me, and I will answer them for you.
All right, thank you. Nothing too personal about me, I hope. I don't know. I want people to keep watching every once in a while.